she picked up a seashell and held it to her ear. The next second, she realized she couldn't speak anymore. Hidden inside the shell was a black bird, and anyone who heard its cry would lose their voice. As people rushed to ask if she was okay, her father suddenly showed up, pulled her away, and scolded her for making the wrong kind of friends. A man nearby noticed something was off. He stopped the father and explained. She lost her voice because she heard the insect sound. It means disaster is on its way. He warned the father to prepare quickly, to alert the entire village. But the man only shrugged. The others don't matter. I only care about keeping my daughter and myself safe. When the traveler went to warn the villagers himself, he found out they already knew, because years ago, a horrific tragedy had struck here. Since then, they had lived in constant fear, so much so that even the smallest sign of danger made them take it seriously. That's why the girl's father left the village back then, while the villagers stayed, building an artificial fish farm, just to prevent history from repeating itself. That night, the traveler walked along the beach. He noticed more and more blackbird shells piling up in the sand. Still, the girl kept diving into the sea every day, searching for shells. One day, she found a pearl that would change her life. Her father secretly hid it on her, telling her to keep it close in case of danger. But as the threat grew nearer, the village chief himself came to beg the traveler for help. He even knelt outside his door for an entire day and night, pleading for him to put aside old grudges and protect the village, protect the girl. Meanwhile, something eerie happened. The cries of the black bird stopped. The ocean turned deathly still. The traveler realized what was coming and ordered everyone to flee to higher ground. Moments later, the sea turned blood red. A massive red tide. Countless fish floated to the surface, lifeless. Even the village's carefully raised fish stocks were gone. The chief collapsed to his knees, sobbing in despair, and the villagers remembered. 10 years ago, the same Crimson Sea had stolen so many lives. At last, the girl's father began to understand. Maybe the chief's pain came not from anger, but from guilt. For failing to save his friend's wife that day, he finally let go of his hatred and forgave the chief. The red tide passed, but the blackbirds remained sealed in their shells, which meant worse disasters were still ahead. Yet the chief decided to risk going back out to sea to fight for the village's survival. Suddenly, the girl stepped forward. She revealed the pearl her father had made her hide. She said, "A pearl is rare, yes, but our lives matter more." She was willing to give it up for everyone's safety. Her father too finally relented. He promised once the disaster ended, he'd return to the village and join the others in rebuilding their fish farms. And when it was all over, thousands of birds burst free from the shells, rising into the sky. The girl finally regained her voice.